I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. I have a dream that my four little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
Wouldn't it be terrible? Wouldn't it be sad? There's just one single color. Was the color that we had. If everything was purple, or red, or blue, or green. If yellow, pink, or orange. Was all of that can be seen.
Can you imagine how dull the world would be if just one single color was all we got to see?
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, I like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. The silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. Move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And for that we have each other. And we will rise, we will rise, we'll rise. Oh, we'll rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up. In spite of the ache, I will rise 1,000 times again. and we'll rise up. I like the waves, we'll rise up. In spite of the ache, we'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again.
We are a box of crayons, each one of us unique. But when we come together, the picture is complete.
His dream lives on. Today is a day we all sing in honor of Martin Luther King. Whenever people fight to be free, his name is remembered with dignity. When black people weren't treated right, he stood strong to lead the fight. He fought with love, not guns or darts. He changed people's minds and their hearts. But some people didn't like his words. He was taken away to a better world. Yet his dreams live on, that all can be free. When we knock down the wall between you and me, Martin Luther King's life did not last, but his dream and spirit are free at last. You'll never hear of men who worked harder than that famous American George Washington Carver. Born a slave, he learned how to read and became a wonderful student indeed. What interested him, what he wanted to know, were the lives of plants and things that grow. He became a teacher and a writer too, and his inventions for farms would astonish you. 300 foods that use peanuts a little, like peanut butter, peanut oil, peanut oil, peanut lotion, peanut bars, even peanut honey. And he never sold his ideas for money. He wanted farmers to use their land, and he was happy to just hand them a hand.
With my face turned to the sun, weight on my shoulders. That's when I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my
more damage to young African Americans than racing.
All's my life I has to fight. All's my life hard times like that. But if God got us, then we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright.
Hello, we are members of the STEP team at Grand Oaks High School, better known as the G-Steppers. We are excited to share some information with you in honor of Black History Month. During this presentation, we will tell you the amazing origin story of STEP. We will also highlight a few Black Americans who have made history and had an impact on life here in the United States.
The movements you've just seen are called step. Stepping is a form of dance that uses the entire body as an instrument. With a mixture of footsteps, hand claps, finger snaps, and spoken word, we are able to produce complex rhythms and sounds.
Stepping originated in South Africa over a century ago. The men who worked there in the mines used movements called gumboot dancing as a means of communication. The conditions in the mines were horrific, and the mine workers were forbidden from talking to one another, so they would step and clap to communicate with each other. The term gumboot is another name for the thick rubber rain boots the men were required to wear. Watch as the G-Steppers do a gumboot dance for you.
Over time, stepping has evolved. Today it's used in military drills, marching bands, and modern dance. Stepping is also performed by groups and organizations in high schools, colleges, and beyond. Check out an original routine choreographed by the G-Steppers. Notice the similarities and differences between the routine and movements performed during the gumboot step.
This modern style of stepping was popularized by college students who belong to organizations called sororities and fraternities. There are 9 historically Black sororities and fraternities, and they all share commitment to excellence in scholarship, service, and unity. Some of the greatest change makers in American history are members of these service organizations.
Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. joined Alpha Phi Alpha while he was a college student in Boston. Alpha Phi Alpha is the oldest historically Black fraternity founded in 1906. Dr. King later went on to lead the civil rights movement, during which he delivered his famous I Have a Dream speech. We continue to celebrate Dr. King's work and honor his memory each year on Martin Luther King Day.
Alpha Kappa Alpha is the second oldest historically Black Greek letter organization, founded in 1908. One member of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority recently made history by becoming the first woman, the first African American, the first Asian American elected Vice President of the United States of America. Madam Vice President Kamala Harris said, "Breaking those barriers is worth it. It creates paths for those who will come after us."
One of the most notable members of Omega Psi Phi fraternity is Langston Hughes. He was an American poet, social activist, and playwright. Langston Hughes was also a leader of the Harlem Renaissance, and many of his poems are still learned in schools today.
Bernard Harris Jr. is a member of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity and a former NASA astronaut. Dr. Harris is a native Texan, attending high school in San Antonio and earning degrees at both the University of Houston and Texas Tech. During his time with the space program, Bernard Harris became the first African American to perform an extravehicular activity during his space shuttle flight.
Famous singer Aretha Franklin was a member of Delta Sigma Theta sorority. She was an American singer, songwriter, actress, pianist, and civil rights activist. Franklin began her career as a child singing gospel music with her church choir. One of her most famous songs is Respect. Franklin was also the first woman inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. George Washington Carver was a member of Phi Beta Sigma fraternity.
Mr. Carver was most known for his work with peanuts. He discovered over 200 uses for peanuts, but his work extends far beyond that. George Washington Carver was also a professor at the Tuskegee Institute, where his research helped poor farmers increase their crop production.
Zora Neale Hurston was an American author, anthropologist, filmmaker, and a member of Zeta Phi Beta sorority. Her most popular novel is Their Eyes Were Watching God, which is still read by high school and college students today.
Hattie McDaniel was a member of Sigma Gamma Rho sorority and an American actress. She won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her role in Gone with the Wind, becoming the first African American to win an Oscar.
Terrence C. Carson is a member of Iota Phi Theta. He is a singer and actor. Most recently, he acted in the movie Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Black History Month is an opportunity for us to reflect and learn from the historical events that have shaped our country. It is also a time for us to recognize the wonderful black men and women who have given and sacrificed so much. Let us show gratitude for their accomplishments and contributions to American society, for we all benefit from their efforts. Lastly, let us not just celebrate Black history for a month, but let us celebrate and appreciate Black history every day. Thank you.
Simone is one of the greatest athletes in history. Simone Biles is an adopted child, and at age 16, she won 2 gold medals at the Artistic Gymnastics World Championships, including the all-around. The total score for the competing in all events. She has now won 25 world medals, 19 of them gold. That's the most in the gymnastics history. Simone competed in her first Olympics in 2016. She was the first female U.S. gymnast to win 4 gold medals in the Olympic Games. One of her famous quotes: "If you aren't committed to training and practice, you are committed to being your best." I love about Simone Biles is that she is an adopted child and that she has won over around 25 gold medals, medals, and 19 of them are gold. And I think that it's cool when she's female. And
Jordan. Do you like to act? Well, check out Michael B. Jordan. He was born in Santa Ana, California, and raised in Newark, New Jersey. He is the son of Donna Davis, a high school counselor, and Michael A. Jordan. His middle name, Bakari, means noble promise in Swahili. He is famous for famous African American actor, and we know him best for his role in Black Panther. His famous quote, "Redemption is about righting wrong, it's about trying. You can stumble, you can make mistakes, but it's about trying to do the right thing." Michael B. Jordan is Black history. Meghan Markle, she is the Duchess of Sussex and former actress. Meghan Markle, along with her husband, Prince Harry, were once senior members of the royal family in 2019. Since she joined the royal family in 2016, the former actress has established herself as an advocate for a variety of causes, including gender equality and climate change. She and her husband have also founded Archwell, an organization that acts as a production and audio company and a charitable foundation. Be kind to yourself. Meghan Markle is Black history. Harrison II is a NASA engineer. He has been a part of the NASA community for 12 years. Henry is already working on a improved total of 5 satellite mission, all before turning 30. Kenneth Harrison II began his journey with NASA at the age of 16. Advocates for the importance of STEM education and is a mentor and ambassador for NASA's education department. Busy working on his 5th mission as leading database engineers. Kenneth Harrison Black history. LeBron James is one of the greatest NBA players. James is frequently compared to Michael Jordan in debates over the greatest basketball players of all time. Playing for the Cleveland Cavaliers, Miami Heat, and the Lakers, James has brought NBA champions for 3 franchises as finals MVP. He has competed in 10 NBA finals. His accomplishments include 4 NBA championships and 4 NBA Most Valuable Player awards, 4 Finals MVP awards, and 2 Olympic gold medals. LeBron James' famous quote is, "Ask me to play, I'll play. Ask me to shoot, I'll shoot. Ask me to pass, I'll pass. Ask me to steal, block out, sacrifice, lead, dominate, anything. But not just what you ask me of me, it's what I ask of myself." LeBron James is Black history. Rashida Jones. Do you like the news and wonder how they put things together? Check out Rashida Jones. Rashida Jones attended Hampton University, majoring in broadcast journalism. She is the president of the news network MSNBC. She is now the first Black woman to take charge of major television news network. She manages all stateside and weekend news programming on MSNBC, as well as leading coverage of breaking news and major events across NBC News. Rashida Jones is Black history.
Vice President Kamala Harris. She's the first Black Asian woman to become Vice President of the United States of America. Kamala Harris is an American lawyer and politician, and she is also a proud member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority, Inc. Kamala Harris worked as a deputy district attorney in Oakland from 1990 to 1998. She earned a major reputation for being tough as she prosecutes cases of gang violence, and other major crimes. She also was the first white woman to be the state attorney general for the state of California in 2010. Madam Vice President Kamala Harris is Black History. What I like about Madam Vice President Kamala Harris is that she is not only brave, but she has the courage to do things that a lot of people wouldn't.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours, it will be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure, we will be sure. Oh, glory, glory, oh. To the heavens, no man, no weapon formed against, yes, glory is destined. Everyday women and men become legends. Sins that go against our skin become blessings. The movement is a rhythm to us. Freedom is like religion to us. Justice is juxtaposition in us. Justice for all, just ain't specific enough. One son died, the spirit is revisiting us. True living in us. Resistance is us. That's why Rosa sat on the bus. That's why we walk through Ferguson with our hands up. When they go down, we woman and man up. They say stay down, and we stand up. Shots be on the ground, the camera panned up. King pointed to the mountaintop, and we ran up. One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours, it will be ours. Oh, glory, glory, oh.
make a change.
When I grow up, I want to be a veterinarian. When I grow up, I want to be a teacher. When I get older, I want to be a police officer. When I grow up, I want to be a paramedic. When I grow up, I want to be in the army.
When I grow up, I want to be an officer.
This wind is blowing my mind. I see the kids in the street, but not enough to